Hi, Autumn. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Awesome. Thanks for coming today. Your day going all right so far?
Yes.
Yeah. How was work?
It was a little stressful, but it was good all in all.
Okay. Good to hear. Well, hopefully this won't be stressful at all. This will help us relax. I remember you said in our previous assessments you really like doing some drawing, doing
Yes.
some different art. So we're actually going to do some art today. We're going to do some drawing to work on two of our goals. As you might remember, one of our goals is expressing ourselves,
Okay.
so functional communication. And we're also going to look at art as a way to positively cope with some stress that we're dealing with. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, so today we're actually going to be doing some self portraits. We're going to
Okay.
be drawing ourselves, how we've seen ourselves in the past, how
Okay.
we see ourselves currently, and then how we see ourselves in the future.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
After each, we'll go ahead and do a little debrief. We'll ask some questions, have a little discussion, and then we'll have a big discussion at the end.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, so the first picture we're going to start with is how we saw ourselves in the past. Here is a visual for you to see. This
Okay.
is how I've seen myself in the past. So it can be what you may think you may have looked like, where you may have spent a lot of your time, and what really made you happy. Maybe we'll say about 5 years ago. Does
Okay.
that sound good?
We're supposed to draw ourselves when we were happy.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So when you were in a positive state, when you were feeling good.
Okay.
All right. So we can go ahead and get started. You have all your materials here. If you need anything else, please let me know. It's a good color choice.
Purple is my favorite color.
You like purple?
I do.
Okay. Awesome. It looks like you're off to a good start. Wow, I don't know. It's pretty good.
Thanks.
I really like the use of colors. Seems to be very descriptive. Do you mind verbally telling me a little bit about what you drew?
So this is me, and this is my older sister Amber,
Okay.
my younger sister Alyssa, my younger brother Austin, and my dad and my mom. And this is when we all lived together and we're in the backyard at our house.
And this makes you feel pretty positive. This is a nice memory you have.
Yeah, we would spend a lot of time outside, spending time together, and I feel like we don't do that much anymore. So it was good memories being out in our backyard, swimming in the pool.
Yeah. Well, Autumn, let me ask you this. What can we do now to maybe take a little more time to spend with our families? Maybe even if you don't live with them anymore, what are some ways that we can still be close with them and you can kind of still have some of those feelings?
I mean, I think you said it well. I need to make more time. I know we're all busy, but we need to kind of set a date that we can all see each other and come home and visit. And especially with summer coming up, spending more time, with them outside, and even if it's just a short weekend, just spending more time all together.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, it sounds like you have a pretty good understanding, and I'm excited to see you spend some more time and make that time. Awesome. All right. Are you ready for the next drawing we're gonna do?
Yes.
All right. Did you like that one? Was it fun kind of looking back on
Yeah.
what made you happy?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, for this drawing, I want you to take some time and draw how you see yourself now. So maybe where you spend a lot of time now, that could be the background,
Okay.
and just really focus on how you feel every day. So day to day, how
Okay.
that makes you feel.
Okay.
All right. Switching up the colors, huh?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. All right, so let's see what you did. Wow, this is pretty good. You mind telling me a little bit about what you drew?
So this is where I work
Okay.
right now. And this is me thinking about myself.
Okay. Nice. I noticed you didn't quite use as many colors as you did in the last picture. Why do you think that is?
I didn't notice it until you just said it. I think when you look back on the past, I think it's, you know, really, when you're seeing your day to day, I think it doesn't seem as like fun and exciting as you're looking back on your past. So maybe that's why.
No, I think that's a very good answer. I'm very thoughtful too. Okay. Well, what I would like to hear from you next is some positives from this picture or how you see yourself. So, for example, in my picture, we've had to spend a lot of time at home recently. One positive thing that I have and that I see myself doing is taking some of the time that I have, even at home, and going back to school and trying to better myself that way. So, that's one example, but can you tell me some positives that you see here?
So down here, there's a picture of me pushing somebody in a wheelchair because I work
Okay.
at a rehab facility right
Okay.
now. So my three things are that I get to help people every day,
Okay.
because I get to help a lot of people who can't do things for themselves.
Yeah.
Um, and that I'm dedicated because I am a director in the position that I'm in currently at the
Wow.
facility that I'm at. So I think I'm dedicated to push further and push myself further in my career, and that I'm proud of myself.
Wow. So you said a lot of really good stuff there. I do want to ask you one other question. You said that you help people every day. What do you
hmm
think the people who you help would say about you?
that I don't stop.
Yeah.
That I go all day. If it means I have to stay at work a little later to get to spend more time helping and doing things with my patients, then that's what I do. So they probably would say that they always tell me that I zoom by because I'm going 100 miles an hour. So,
Well, good. I hope this activity is helping you kind of just reflect a little bit about that. But
yeah.
it sounds like you do a lot of awesome work, and I'm sure they really appreciate you for it.
hmm
Are you ready for our last activity?
Yeah.
All right, so our next drawing is going to be about how we see ourselves in the future. So maybe where we want to be, what you would like to do. Let's say again, 5 years in the future. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll go ahead and take some time to do that.
Okay. 5 years.
Wow, Autumn, this looks pretty good.
Thanks.
I like the bright colors. You used a lot of colors again. Awesome. You're a good artist. Can you tell me a little bit about
So this is 5 years in the future.
it? Mm-hmm.
This is a house on the beach that I own.
Nice.
And this is my family coming to visit for the first
Okay.
time.
Okay.
And then this is me, and I have just become the administrator to a medical facility.
Nice. So it really seems like, your goal in the future is to have, it looks like a good life balance, that work-life balance everybody talks about where you spend time with your family, but you're still able to achieve those work goals.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool. And why do you think you used all the bright colors again?
I think it's exciting to look towards the future.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times we set goals for ourselves that might not be high enough, because maybe you can achieve them quicker than you think. Um, I don't know. I just think the future is exciting, and colors make things more exciting.
Right. No, I think that's very well said. You spoke about achievement. What are some things we can do now to help us achieve these goals?
I definitely think, keeping the work ethic that I said that I really liked about myself, being dedicated to work, I think that's
Hmm.
going to help me achieve my goals on the work front. Um, the home front, as far as buying a beach house,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start saving a lot more money. Um, and then the family front, I think, like I said, I think I really need to slow down on the weekends at least with work
Yeah.
and spend time catching up with my family and my friends.
Awesome. Awesome. I think that's a very good way to go about it. Very achievable goals. And it sounds like you kind of line the plan out yourself. So good job with that. Good job with the drawings. You're
Thank you.
very talented. Maybe we can post them somewhere so you can
Yeah,
keep all this stuff in mind. But let me ask you this now. Did you like this activity?
I did.
What did you like?
I liked being able to have the past, present, and future right in front of me. I really liked being able to kind of reflect on the happy times in my past,
Mm-hmm.
um, and see myself currently,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, I think it's really easy to get sucked into the monotony of day to day
Yeah.
routine. So pulling out those three good things really helped because I could have gone more negative. So I think that makes me feel really positive about my future and about where I am right now and being thankful that where I am is in a good place.
Yeah.
And then my future, I think being able to, like I said, have those goals out in front of me
Mm-hmm.
in an illustrative form instead of on paper. Really, I mean, instead of, in a list really helps.
Yeah. Well, and to that point, I know one of our goals that we had both set up was to work on your expressive and functional communication. A lot of what I heard today was very well said, clearly outlined, and goal driven, where you were creating your own goals and even your own objectives to get there. So I think we're progressing towards some of the goals we set, which is exciting. So that's really awesome. I also just want to ask you, so I know we talked about the day to day and
Hmm.
how you do deal with these stressors.
Hmm.
Did even just simply drawing today help you kind of relax?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely think I came into it a little stressed, thinking
Yeah.
about everything that I have going on with work.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it was a good way to kind of take my mind off of all of that and kind of leave work at work.
Yeah.
And being able to come back and draw and kind of, wind down from work was really helpful.
Absolutely. Well, it looks to me that this could be a very positive coping skill for you,
Yeah.
even if it's something a little simpler, like
Hmm.
a simpler drawing, where you don't go into as much detail.
Maybe like adult coloring books or something like that would help.
I think that's a great idea. Maybe we can set you up with a little studio or something
Yeah.
at your place, at least until we get you to your beach house.
Hmm.
Maybe you get a whole theater or art room. But no, Autumn, I really just want to thank you for coming today. I thought this was really productive, and I'm excited to continue to work with you.